Greetings, sending all some warm, positive vibrations. Today is day 7 of 30 days of intentional relaxation. So we're keeping it very simple. We're doing an experiment to see if taking the time to breathe very intentionally, simple breathing doesn't cost us anything. If taking the time to take deep breaths, if being mindful of just our thoughts, and if intentional relaxation, if it can make a difference in our mood, if it can make a difference in setting the tone for the day. We want to see if it can make a difference in us eating mindlessly. Let's see if it makes a difference. What do you have to lose? So we've just been dialing into the breath. We've explored meditation and in the most simplest way, right? Relaxation, we don't even have to call it meditation. Relaxing is simple, doesn't require any religion, doesn't require anything, just us to close our eyes or keep them open and just be quiet and listen to the sound of our breath. So we've also explored contemplation, asking questions of our own innate divine intelligence and seeing what comes up, right? Answers that come from our own onboard intelligence that don't require a middleman or middle woman, right? And the something you've been working on or been challenged with can come up at any point during the course of the day. So again, you can set on a yoga block if you have one to open up your hips if you're a little tight. So from time to time, I like to use a yoga block that can help you to get your spine nice and upright. So we make sure that our shoulders are around, down, and back, and we're creating a lot of space between the ear and your shoulder, around, down, and back, and also that your pelvis is tucked under, so the spine is nice and tall and relaxed. So we're just going to dial into our breath, and we'll see what the contemplation is for today. So again, you can find any position that's comfortable for you. That can be your knees up, eyes open, eyes closed. And we want to be mindful of making our breath or dialing into our breath being nice and relaxed and slowing it down and listening to the inhale and the exhale. So today, contemplation this morning is overwhelmed and unstoppable. So this is something that I was vibing with one of my folks this morning, right? So in the vein of working with folks, holding space for myself as well as other folks I work with around mindless eating and mindless consumption, we're exploring spells in the most practical sense, words, and how words and language, right, which is going on in the ticker tape of our mind, is an internal dialogue going on all the time. And there are certain words, if we listen in, that are usually going on all the time, actually, while we're engaged in different activities. So one of them, mindless eating, or we don't have to put labels on them, but one thing that's commonly acknowledged is binge eating, right? Sometimes we can be eating large amounts of junk food, salty food, chips, things usually devoid of water. Usually we're not binging on celery or bitter herbs, right? And there's a reason. So rather than not trying to be too intellectual, but to follow the energy or the feeling with it, something we identified this morning was a feeling of overwhelm. All right, so if you're easily triggered, you don't have to choose to do this exercise. But if you just take a moment just to explore and see, if you to repeat to yourself, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm, right? When we say I am, that is a state of being. It's a mentality. That is how we're feeling in the present. Usually when we're feeling overwhelmed, we'll usually do something to make ourselves feel better. So I'm overwhelmed. It doesn't feel good. It's something that can bring up a lot of panic or anxiety, right? I'm overwhelmed. Now, perhaps let's explore, if you like, I'm unstoppable. So what we're exploring is, and this is something, it's similar. I don't know if I would say unstoppable. I like to say I feel powerful when I'm in my movement practice. If I could be sprinting or doing pull-ups and attempting another pull-up and another pull-up or something challenging, I'm unstoppable. And so this morning when we were just exploring that, I thought of how I feel when I say I'm unstoppable, right? Usually a smile will come to my face, maybe even a head nod. So if you just explore, I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, I am unstoppable, right? What kind of feelings come up for you? So maybe something, maybe beneficial to dial in and just listen, because we have onboard intelligence that we were born with, right? What kinds of words are coming up, what kinds of feelings and emotions. We can listen to our emotions because these subtleties, these are things that are driving a lot of our mindless behaviors. And then also, as we become more aware of it, we may start to get some light bulb moments and notice how much what is being marketed to us has messages and words that are being used to stimulate us to consume and to purchase more, often mindlessly. So there is a whole science to triggering certain behaviors and eliciting different emotions. So love to hear what you think of that. That is the contemplation for today. I'm going to focus on I'm unstoppable because that feels good, and that actually feels very motivating in terms of getting into my movement practice. So feel free to let me know in the comments how you feel at day 7 of 30 days of relaxation. Feel free, if you'd like to replay this in the afternoon, if you need a break, on the evening before you go to bed. And with that being said, create a great day on purpose because you said so.